Welcome to the New Leaf podcast. This is a podcast about crocheting, knitting, spinning, and other crafty things. My name is Carmen. I live in the Netherlands, and this is my podcast. So I'm trying to get back into the regular schedule of podcasting of once a week. I do have to say I have a bit less to show you this week, but maybe it just feels like that because the past couple of episodes I've only been podcasting once every 2 weeks, so I've had more to show you. But who knows, I might still ramble on for an hour. As usual, you will find the timestamps for different sections underneath here in the description box. So if you want to skip to a certain part, you can just click the timestamp and it will take you there. So this week I've been doing quite some work on my second Breezeblocks Shawl. I've been working on it now as well. So here it is so far. And where is the stitch marker? Ah, there it is. I should go for a more contrasting stitch marker. It's right here. It's pink. Just a really simple stitch marker. So that's where I was last time. Oh boy, it doesn't really show up. So it is right here. So this was what I did last time, and that was just from an afternoon and an evening, and then this is from this week. So pretty good. Yeah, pretty good progress. I've already joined for the second ball of mohair. See the ends right here. The yarn I'm using, so this is Happiest Mohair Rhythm, and this is Happiest Whirl, which are beautiful gradient yarns. And you can see already the neon yellow is peeping through here, so I'm really excited to get to that. I'm just excited how it will look with the pink mohair. I just hope it will fit together. I think it will. I think it will combine pretty well. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this progress so far. Breezeblocks is one of my designs, and in the past few episodes I've shown my first sample. I'll put a picture in here. You can see it's a very nice blue gradient, and that's used by just using Whirl alone. And it is a really nice airy shawl, just a layering piece for summer. And then because I liked the technique so much, I also wanted to make a new sample for winter. So this is my winter Breezeblocks. Yeah, so with mohair, and it's really soft and warm. I know some people might find it scratchy, but yeah, I'm not very sensitive like that, so for me it's fine, but I understand if some people shy away from mohair for that reason. Yeah, it's understandable. I'm not sure if you can hear my boyfriend playing guitar in the background. But it's really nice since we have a house now and we can just sit in separate rooms without hearing too much of each other, so I can also podcast while he is doing something fun as well. Otherwise, in my apartment I would have to say, you have to be quiet for an hour now because I'm gonna podcast. But yeah, still, you might hear it a little bit in the background. So I have some really exciting news to share with you. It was one of my very proud moments as a designer. So last weekend I published my Breezeblocks pattern on Ravelry, and it was a great success, and yeah, it's been my most successful pattern by far. And I'm just so pleased and so grateful for everyone who bought the pattern. I did a little promotion on Instagram with a discount code, and I also want to do a separate discount code for you guys, since, you know, I'm it's my editing. It's just I feel so bad because usually I record this podcast in a weekend and then I upload it on a Thursday. So it's just because on the same day I don't feel like editing, and then the day after. Now usually I start with editing on Tuesday and finish it by Wednesday, and then upload it Thursday morning. Yeah, so because last podcast I was in the process of still writing the pattern, it was not nearly finished. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the discount code here on the screen. It's NEWLEAF20, and it will give you a discount of 20% off of Breezeblocks. I'll put the pattern link in the description box, and it will, I will just put the date, that's, I don't know. Yes, I will do that. And I will put the date and time in the screen up until when it is effective. So at this point, it will expire. It will probably give you 2 days after this podcast is uploaded. So just to be fair to you guys, because last episode I was still not ready, and then the promotion on Instagram just happened and already expired, so I kind of feel bad for you guys. So I'm going to give you a separate discount code of NEWLEAF20 for 20% off of my newest pattern. Yeah, I know a couple of you guys have already bought it, so thank you so much. It really means the world to me. It is it's just a great feeling, and seeing those sales go up, and yeah, it's a good sign. For me, it's a sign that what I want to actually accomplish in life, which is being a full-time designer, is maybe possible. So yeah, so I'm also thinking about what I'm going to design in the future. I hope it will be of the same standard or even more as Breezeblocks, because, you know, I know that with Breezeblocks it was also the technique, because it to me it was like this light bulb moment with just like, oh, maybe this would be a nice shawl, and it took a lot of figuring out the math and just how it would all fit together and not pull in a weird way. And I hope I can continue to do that in the future, just have good quality designs for you. Yeah, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm just really excited. I'm I'm inspired to do many more designs. Of course, I have made about 40 already, most of which are free patterns, but this is a new spark of inspiration for me. So yeah, I just wanted to share that happy news with you. Yeah, because, you know. So the next couple of weeks I will work much more on my whirl whip, or my winter breeze blocks. I'm not sure if I will name it differently since it isn't that breezy anymore, you know. Yeah, so we'll see, but there'll be much more of this to come. Something else I have been doing a lot this week is spinning. So last week I showed you this bobbin, which was spun using a bat from Dutch Wool Diva. I'm not sure if I mentioned that last week, so it was from Dutch Wool Diva. And I was thinking if I could just spin singles and let it stay a single ply, so without plying it with any other strand. And I read some more about it, and I explained last time that to do a single ply yarn, you have to have less twist in your yarn, which seems a bit weird because you know, twist gives extra strength to your yarn, and since it is single ply, you might think that you would need extra twist, but in fact you don't. Because the twist also helps when, well, this is all speculation actually. I'm not an expert, and this is just my speculation, or this is how I think it works. So when you ply a yarn, you take two strands together, and the twist that each strand has kind of works against the twist of the other, so that it doesn't twist apart from each other, but it twists tight, so the yarn is so it isn't very loose, if you know what I'm saying. And so that's what the twist is for. So twist is also what you need to keep those two strands together. Whereas if you have a single ply and it has too much twist, then will just twist back up on itself because it has that extra twist. So not having as much twists helps with single ply yarn, but as twist also gives strength, the single ply yarn will be less strong. So in order to compensate for that, they have a few techniques. One is called fulling your yarn. I'm not quite sure how to say that, but it basically is you have a tub of hot water with like a wool soap in it, and a tub of ice cold water, and then you take it from the one and put it in the other, and just continue to do that. And because you're shocking the yarn by putting it in hot and then cold water, that will, I think it will kind of felt the yarn, and that will also give it the strength it needs. And then there's this other technique called thwacking. So yeah, weird name, but it basically means smacking your yarn on a table or something, just slamming it, yeah, and that makes it go very straight. So yeah, that's what I know so far. So that's theory, now comes practice. So this was the yarn I spun last week, and it has too much twist to be a single ply yarn, so this I'm going to apply with something else. These are the bobbins I spun yesterday, you will notice that there are two, and I have a reason for that, a very frustrating reason. So I was spinning this yarn, this roving, and I was being very careful about doing it loose enough. And it was all going very well, and I was even enjoying it. And then the yarn broke, or the thread, the roving broke, which happens sometimes. And usually I can just attach it again and then continue spinning. But with this yarn, since it had so less, since it didn't have much twist, the yarn would break again and again and again. So I kept pulling back more than I'd actually spun that time, and it would just get less and less and less. So I just stopped with this one and continued on a new bobbin, because the thread you start with is just a sturdy wool thread. Yeah, so that was easier it's easier to start than to pause and continue. So for this one I actually did a little bit more twist, since I was just so frustrated and I didn't want it to happen again. So that's the story of my singles. So now I have 3 bobbins of singles. Oh, my single ladies, oh, my single ladies, oh, my single ladies. Yeah. Excuse me. And so I have to wait a bit until I can pull this off the bobbin. Usually I leave the yarn on it for about 24 hours or at least, but now I'm gonna leave it for at least double, so at least 2 days, because I think that also gives a bit of strength to the yarn, or lets it relax a little bit more. So we'll see. And for this one, I've already begun spinning the other strand that this is going to be plied with, and that was the light gray alpaca that I showed you last week, and it is spinning up like a dream. It is, I've just been spinning so thin with it, and I can spin so consistent with it. It's just beautiful. It's, yeah, really good roving. Yeah, I showed some in the intro. It's still on the wheel, so I can't show you right now, but I shot some in the intro, so you can see. I think it will go very nicely with this. And I have one more spinning thing to show you, which is this little gray ball of yarn. And one strand was spun by me, and the other strand was spun by my boyfriend, because he also wanted to do some spinning. Yeah, so you can see that it's not very even, but yeah, I really like it. I think it's really special. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be using this yarn ever, because it's very little, and yeah, I'm not sure. I think I will maybe just look at it. And yeah, I'm really proud of my boyfriend for having spun a little bit of yarn. Yeah. I'm not sure if he was enjoying it though. It was something that he wanted to do himself, but yeah, he was getting a little bit frustrated with the yarn, which I understand, because, you know, learning how to spin is not very easy. That is actually all I have to show I have been doing many things, but I've mostly been organizing my craft room. It is looking a little bit better, but yeah, I've cleaned up a few boxes, but there are still 4 boxes, 6, 7, 8 boxes left to organize. Yeah. And we also did some more DIYing around the house. We put up this shelf in the kitchen where we can put the microwave on, and that was a bit hectic. We did that this morning. Yeah, but in the end, the shelf is completely straight and flat, you know, we did it with the thing, with the bowl, and I don't know how it's called in English, but to make sure it's absolutely straight, and we got there in the end. Yeah, so, but that was, we just felt like we were idiots and, you know, doing everything wrong, and but I think it's, well, I'm pretty sure it's sturdy enough, but yeah, we had some minor incidents, and then we mowed the lawn for the first time, which is really weird because we've never had to do that ourselves. I don't mean that we had a gardener before, we just did not have a garden, and before, when we did have a garden, we lived with our parents, so we never mowed the lawn before. So that was weird, and I think I mentioned that last week. I did some gardening and I got some miniature lavender plants, which is really cute. Yeah, so I'm just pretty much enjoying the new house, new surroundings, and then yeah, this weekend I finally got around to organizing the craft room a bit more. I was I had planned to show you some more whips this week, but I did not find any more, so I'm thinking there's just another box somewhere, probably, but I'll show you more whenever I get to them. Oh right, I do have some future knitting plans to share with you. So a couple of days ago, Stephen West had this amazing discount for his patterns, buy one get one. So you buy 2, but you only pay for 1. So I got the Exploration Station and Parachute. And I'm really excited. I've been wanting to knit the parachute for a long time, but I'm kind of put off by the very long armholes and the really baggy look. So, but I've seen some modifications, and I think I will be able to do something like that. So we'll see. But yeah, it just looks really great. And then the Exploration Station. It was kind of, I was, just before I saw the discount, I was watching the newest episode of Legacy Knits podcast, where Sue has just finished her Exploration Station, and she said it was so enjoyable, and she would knit another one in a heartbeat. And then I thought, yeah. And then with that still in my mind, I saw the discount code and I was like, yep, okay, bye. And that was it. And so I've been looking at my stash with a different look now, since, you know, for a Stephen West pattern, you usually go for a different color selection. So yeah, because I have this neon green yarn that I bought by mistake. Yeah, on the picture it showed a much darker green, but it wasn't actually. So I have this neon green, and I think it might be nice to use with it, with the Stephen West pattern. But yeah, I'm not quite sure, because it is really neon green. I'm gonna show you. So here it is. It's a basic sock by the brand Wool met Verve, which is a Dutch yarn brand, and the colorway is called Uranium, which, yeah, no surprise. I should have known, you see, I should have known by the colorway name that, and I was shopping for Christmas green, yeah, so I should have known that it wasn't what I was looking for, but here I have it. And then the shop owner was really nice. She offered to send me a new skein and a different color, of course, and that I got to keep this one, so that was really nice. And I think I might actually be going to use it right now. Yeah. So the exploration station and parachutey. Not sure which I'm gonna knit first. Well, I have some more urgent cast-ons at the moment, so that might be in my future. Some more future knitting, or maybe crocheting. I think knitting. Ushitida. Steffi from Ushitida, she just had an update just an hour ago, and I was able to snag 2 skeins of her singles yarn with a feather colorway, and it's amazing. I just saw it on Instagram, and it was this kind of white and lilac, and if I can't explain it. It also had yeah, purple and pink, but yeah, it just doesn't sound as good as I saw it. Yeah, so I will show you that when it arrives, hopefully in a couple of weeks. And I bought 2 because I don't know, actually. I think maybe for a big shawl with 2 colors and then maybe one little contrast thing, or maybe even a kind of striped sweater or a striped cardigan. Yeah, might be able to do that, but yeah, still thinking about that. So that's for future knitting. Yeah, and I think I should stop talking now. I'll be getting back to my organizing. Nice to have a little break with you guys, and I hope you also enjoyed watching this episode. If you do, please give my video a thumbs up, or even subscribe if you'd like to see more. And yeah, I hope to see you all next week. Have a very, very crafty week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.